Hello there, you are very welcome to this free training with myself, Susan Wallace. And today's training is on the 10 tools that you'll need to learn to become a talented therapist. These are the 10 tools that form the core modules of our Ultimate Results Diploma in Hypnotherapy and Mind Coaching. And the whole purpose of learning these tools is to help you be the best, have the best, and give the best when you're working with your clients. So today I am very much aware of the fact that you're joining this training probably because you're thinking about training to be a hypnotherapist, or you're thinking about adding hypnotherapy to the range of therapy services you're already offering to your clients. So this isn't going to be a sales pitch. Instead, what I want you to do is to elevate your thinking and imagine that you're rising above all of the possible training courses out there. And today you're going to take a bird's eye view of one course, and it's our course that teaches the 10 tools. And what I want you to do is to gain a sense of perspective on how you could use these tools in your own life. And to help you gain that sense of perspective, what I'm going to do with you today is use the tools with you as if you were my client to give you that insight into how the tools actually work. So just imagine that you have elevated your awareness right up above all of the training courses out there. And let's get perspective on what the 10 tools can do for you generally and also for your clients. The 10 tools will help you to create positive changes, develop a sense of purpose, break through fear, deepen understanding, add value and meaning, and get real results. Not just in your own life, but in the lives of the people that you want to help as a therapist. So the 10 tools will help you to break through any personal fears that you might have that might otherwise stop you from becoming a talented therapist. So let's dive right in and take a look at the first tool. Well, the first thing you need to be able to do is to access the control center of the mind. Getting into the right state of mind is absolutely essential if great therapy is to take place. You see, by connecting with your emotions, you can quickly gain access to the control center of your mind, and that control center is called the subconscious. The subconscious is the place where all of our non-thinking programs are stored. In many ways, the subconscious is like the hard drive of our mind. And when you access the hard drive, the subconscious mind that exists within your mind, you'll be able to update your emotional drivers. You'll be able to remove any viruses that are stopping you from moving forward. Also, you'll be able to install new programs that will help you to create positive changes in the way that you think, the way you feel, and the way you act. So on this module, you'll learn how to access the control center of the mind. You'll master a wide range of hypnotic inductions. You'll learn some mindfulness techniques, NLP states, and guided meditations. But also, you'll find it's reassuring to know that no matter who you're working with, you'll always be able to get your clients into the right state of mind for great therapy to take place. But let's take some time out to really look at how your state of mind affects your life. And let me share with you what we call the crossroads meditation. Imagine that you are standing at a crossroads in your life and that you're looking at two paths that you could take. One path is the old familiar path. This is the path where you just carry on without making any decision to train to be a therapist. So this path is easy. It's the path of least resistance. This is the path you would take if you decide to put your dreams of becoming a therapist on hold. So imagine looking down that path and see how things would be 1 year from now. Would things be the same as they are now, or would they be different? How would staying on this familiar path affect your future? Would you be healthier? Would you be happier? Would you be wealthier? Would you be wiser? How would taking this path affect your family and your social status? Would it affect your career? Now, I can't answer these questions for you, only you can do that. But this is very often one of the key challenges that a lot of people face when they are trying to make the decision to train to be a therapist. And I remember it happened to me a very long time ago, and I asked a therapist for advice. And they summed it up really nicely, and they said to me, "Well, it all depends, Wallace, on where you want to be 1 year from now. Do you actually want to be a therapist, or do you want to stay the way you are?" And that began to help me form a decision to take that bold step and actually go and study and train to be a therapist. But anyway, enough about me. Now, think what would happen if you decided to take the other path and just go for it and train to be a therapist. As you look at that path, you can see that it's not as comfortable as the old familiar one. It's overgrown. It's more difficult to navigate. There are a few obstacles along the way. But there's a light at the end of the path. And there's a future there that beckons, even though you don't yet fully know or understand it. Now think about how you would feel if you decided that regardless of the obstacles you face, that you're just going to take that path anyway. Imagine that what looks like a rocky road filled with uncertainty quickly becomes a familiar road as you begin to forge a new path for yourself. And now think about how you would feel this time next year, after you've graduated. You've got a great new skill set. You've got testimonials and referrals from case study clients. And you're already earning an income from your skills. Plus, you're known and respected in your community as someone who delivers real results. You see, by focusing on the results of our actions, we can create the state of mind we need to energize our goals and bring them into sharp focus. And it's by focusing on the light at the end of the tunnel, and it's by focusing on the benefits of our actions that we can create an empowering state of mind inside us. A state of mind that we need to take advantage of opportunities as they are presented to us. So this crossroads meditation is a technique that you can use on your own clients. And it's just one of the many techniques that we teach on this first module. The Crossroads meditation, for example, will help your clients to connect with the positive emotions that are associated with their goal. And as a result of that, they will become inspired to take action and to complete therapy with you. It will help them to connect to their true self and to their higher purpose in life. And you can use the Crossroads meditation to help you with all kinds of choices, from quitting a bad habit such as smoking or overeating, to finding the motivation to develop a new positive habit such as exercising, going to the gym, studying, going out more and socializing, managing relationships, improving career opportunities, and there are so many more applications. So, on this module, you'll learn how to unpack your client's problems by using a range of questioning techniques. You'll be encouraged as you see the transformation begin, as your clients begin to focus on what they do want rather than on what they don't want, and as they too begin to transform challenges into opportunities. So here's some revealing questions for you to ask yourself. Exactly where do you want to be 12 months from now? If you do decide that you want to train to be a therapist, what kinds of clients do you want to help? How many people do you want to help every month? And what kind of results do you want to deliver? Also, what kind of testimonials and what kind of feedback do you want to get? It's important to develop an understanding of what is the personal meaning you'll get from working with clients. What value will that experience of working with people, what value will that add to your life? Because when you understand the value and the meaning you'll get from being a therapist, you'll find it's much easier to break free from what is holding you back. And you'll become energized, you'll become inspired to take action and to move forward on your dreams. And you can use this questioning technique with any personal goal that you currently have. It's not just restricted to questions about becoming a therapist. Always start with the end in mind. Focus on the benefits that you'll gain from achieving your dreams, and that way you'll find the motivation, the energy, and the inspiration you need to start taking action. Tool number 3. Unlock your genius with the 3 master keys. So far, you have helped your clients to access the right state of mind, and you have asked revealing questions. And now it's time to help them unlock their personal power with the 3 master keys. The master keys are highly effective interventions to help erase the limiting beliefs and help break through negative attitudes that can hold us back and stop us from getting the best from therapy and from life itself. So here's a short exercise. Can you identify a belief that is currently holding you back? Is there something that's causing you to put your dreams on hold? Maybe you think you're not educated enough, not confident enough, not old enough, or perhaps you think that you're too old. How does that limiting belief make you feel? Because when you become aware of the negative emotion that your limiting beliefs create in you, you can begin to recognize that feeling, understand that belief, and with that knowledge, you can begin to change it. You see, negative emotions rob us of the energy, the drive, and the enthusiasm we need to reach our goals. And by identifying the limiting belief and by understanding the negative emotion that drives it, we can begin to transform that limiting belief into an empowering belief. And we can do that by using any one of the 3 master keys. But you know what? You don't have to wait until you learn the 3 master keys. You can actually start the process right now. The first thing to do is to learn how to talk back to your own limiting belief. Think of it like this. If your best friend had the same limiting belief that you have, what would you say to motivate her? Very often in life, we forget to talk back to our own negative inner voice when it stands in our way. We are often so very good at providing comfort and reassurance to our friends, but we turn a deaf ear on our own niggling doubts. And in most cases, our limiting beliefs were created a long time ago, usually when we were hurt. And although the hurt gets forgotten over time, we continue to carry that belief that was formed back then. It often stays with us as we grow up. But when we acknowledge the emotion and answer back that limiting belief, we can begin the process of transforming it into an empowering belief. Tool number 4, break through fear and anxiety to become fearless and focused. So far, you've learned how to access the control center of the mind. You understand the importance of asking revealing questions, and you know how to help a person unlock their personal power with the 3 master keys. So the next tool is learning how to break through fear and anxiety. And we all experience fear in our own unique way. Some people suffer from fear of failure. Other people suffer from fear of success. And fear manifests itself in so many different disguises, from self-sabotage, a critical inner voice, panic attacks, anxiety attacks, and even phobias. Often it feels like being stuck or that your life is on hold. And the opposite of fear is action. Regardless of how you or your clients experience fear, it can be transformed into positive action quickly and easily. On this module, you learn how to connect with your higher power and how to transform fear into focus so you can do whatever it is that you truly want to do. You will learn how to approach problems with the energy and the positive emotions you need to find the solution that is right for you. Tool number 5, finish the unfinished business of the past with regression therapy. Regression therapy helps us to go back and to finish the unfinished emotional business of the past. It is one of the most effective ways to bring closure on painful memories and to help you to move on. You see, when painful emotions are released, you'll find that you no longer sabotage your success or stand in your own way. Learning how to use regression therapy is one of the most empowering experiences you can have. And because it's a step-by-step process, it's actually a lot easier to learn than you might think. And on this module, you learn how to reframe painful memories as powerful learning experiences. You'll come to understand yourself better and you'll connect more fully with your true self. But most importantly of all, you'll begin to realize that you're not a helpless victim, but instead that you're an ingenious survivor. Tool number 6, restructure thinking and end self-sabotage. At this stage in the diploma course, you've already learned how to create breakthrough experiences by accessing the control center of the mind, by asking the right questions. You've learned how to unlock personal power with the 3 master keys. You know how to transform fear and anxiety into action and results, and you've also learned how to put the past behind you and to use it as a powerful resource. And now it's time to make sure that as you step into your new role as a therapist, that you can manage any kind of setback. And yes, setbacks sometimes do happen. And if things go wrong, as they sometimes do, that you don't end up feeling like a failure or worse still, giving up. So in this module, you'll master a system called Parts Therapy. It will show you how to resolve inner conflict so that when you or your clients experience a setback, you can quickly resolve it, deepen your understanding of yourself, and move on, feeling empowered and resourceful. You know, very often in life, we really want to do something, but we find that there is a part of us that's reluctant to make the change. So parts therapy is a way to talk to that reluctant part, or in some cases the conflicting part of our personality, and to acknowledge that every part of our personality has a positive intention. And when we take the time to discover the positive intention, of the reluctant or conflicting part of ourselves, we can find better ways to meet its needs without us having to sacrifice our own goals or our dreams. So let's put it into action. If you can, grab a pen and a sheet of paper. Let's suppose that you have a part of you that is reluctant to take the next step and train to be a therapist. So if this resonates with you, here's how you could use parts therapy to help. First of all, acknowledge that there is a part of you that very much wants to become a therapist. This is the part of you that clicked on the link and signed up for this training. This is your motivating part. So just for the fun of it, draw the motivating part of your personality on your sheet of paper and give that part of you a name. You know, the first name that springs to mind will do. Now, there may also be another part of you that is very reluctant to change. And this might be the part of you that always finds a reason to avoid booking a training course, or the part of you that offers you excuses as to why you shouldn't train to be a therapist. This is your reluctant part. So draw that personality part also. And you know, it's really easy to ignore this reluctance, but today you can acknowledge that reluctance, and as you draw that part of your personality, you can also give that part of your personality a name. And again, the first name that springs to mind will do. So now, imagine that both personality parts are about to have a conversation, and your job is to adjudicate. Your job is to discover the positive intention of the reluctant part. Human needs psychology shows us that every part of our personality has a positive intention, even if it isn't obvious at first glance. So reassure the reluctant part of your personality and tell it, I promise to listen to you. I'm here to help. And ask it, how are you trying to protect me by stopping me from training to be a therapist? And listen for the answer. Write down the positive intention of the reluctant part, and then ask your reluctant part to listen to your motivating part when it speaks. Now, let your motivating part tell your reluctant part how much it wants to train to be a therapist. Let your motivating part explain how good it will be for you, and ask the reluctant part if it can think of some other way that it can protect you without you having to sacrifice your dreams of becoming a therapist. Once you recognize the positive intention of the part of you that is reluctant, you can begin to think about ways to satisfy that positive intention without you having to sacrifice your goals. You will become much more aware of how you accidentally sabotage yourself, and you'll be able to take positive action to manage that internal conflict that we all have in a much more authentic way. And you know, I'd really like to know what came up for you when you did this exercise. You know, what insights did you gain? And if you would like any assistance in addressing them, well then please contact me. I'll be very happy to help you resolve them. So let's recap. Parts therapy is an excellent way to restructure your thinking and to end self-sabotage. Today we looked at reluctance, but many of your clients will have a conflicting part to their personality. This internal conflict can sabotage their goals when they try and lose weight, quit smoking, promote their career, or manage their relationships. Parts therapy helps clients to recognize and resolve internal conflict so that they can move on. Okay, tool number 7, develop positive patterns of action with neuro-linguistic programming. This is our coaching module where we teach you the most effective coaching techniques from neuro-linguistic programming. You learn that big problems are often solved with small actions. Problems are often like a grain of sand in your shoe. The tiny pebble feels a lot bigger than it actually is. And as you already know, it takes just a small action to remove the grain of sand, but the consequences are enormous. You'll be able to stride forward with confidence and ease and without experiencing pain or discomfort. By adopting this mindset, you'll be able to manage your clients' problems more effectively. It will also help you to recognize that even the biggest problems can be broken down into smaller individual issues and addressed one by one. You learn a wealth of easy-to-master techniques, including the Circle of Excellence, the 6-step reframe technique, the fast phobia cure, the swish pattern technique, the limiting belief liberator, the pain reframe, and anchoring. And tool number 8, manage willpower challenges and surf the urge. You know, most people think that they don't have enough willpower when it comes to tackling their problems. And to achieve long-term success, it's important you know how to tap into your willpower and say no to the things you don't want and say yes to the things you do want. Through experimentation and personal understanding, you learn exactly how to manage willpower challenges successfully. This is a really fun module because we break all the rules and we bring in lots of tasty treats and sweets and savory snacks so that your willpower is really challenged and you learn firsthand how willpower works and how willpower fails and what you can do as a talented therapist to teach willpower to your clients. So through experimental learning, you learn how to boost your willpower reserves, end the self-sabotage of thinking you failed when you've had a moment of weakness, how to reduce cravings so they can no longer sabotage your success, and learn how to surf the urge so you can stay on top of unhealthy habits. Tool number 9. Learn how to buffer against depression with positive psychology interventions. Every now and again, life throws us a curveball. It catches us unawares, and we find ourselves struggling to deal with a situation. It's when times are tough that we need to dig deep inside ourselves and find the energy we need to keep going when we just feel like giving up. Positive psychology helps to build resistance so that when we face difficult times, we're better equipped to face our troubles and overcome them. On this module, you learn how to teach your clients 8 simple exercises that they can use on a daily basis. And these exercises act as a buffer against depression. And the purpose is to ensure that both your clients and you as a therapist know that you have the skills not just to survive, but to thrive and occasionally even flourish when you're under fire. And tool number 10. This is the last one and it's so important. It's learn how to manifest abundance and prosperity for yourself and your clients. Okay. Up to this point, you have mastered 9 tools to help you transform your own life and the lives of your clients. So at this stage, it's time to break through any limiting beliefs you may have that would stop you from welcoming abundance and prosperity into your own life. And on this module, you will learn how to flick the switch from poverty to prosperity-based thinking and welcome abundance and prosperity into your life. Now, I'm sure you've heard of a business plan, but on this module, you'll develop a prosperity plan instead. And this is a business plan for heart-centered business owners. It's focused around attracting abundance and prosperity in your own life and in the lives of your clients. And in case you think that abundance and prosperity is all about wealth, it's not. Abundance and prosperity is about a lot more. So we will also focus on creating abundance in other domains too. Abundant health, meaningful relationships, fulfilling work, intellectual growth, material possessions, and soul purpose. So there we have it. These are the 10 tools that you will master if you decide to train with us on the Ultimate Results Diploma in Hypnotherapy and Mind Coaching. Today we only skim the surface, but on the diploma course we will go really deep into the tools so that you will graduate with a fully accredited diploma and a toolkit filled with the most effective strategies to help your clients achieve their goals. You will become a talented therapist with the 10 tools you need to be the best, have the best, and give the best. This is Susan Wallace, over and out, and thank you so much for your time and your attention. Bye for now.